that fine material sealed the surface, and we had fantastic runoff from that plot. Very, the soil loss got less and less dramatically, but the water stayed the same, running off.
And I think, to comment on that, I think if we can find a way to manage water penetration on our lucerne camps, our yield with regards to herbage tonnage of dry material at the end of the year is going to be a lot higher. I think that's one of our challenges within the lucerne system.
What about ripping after 3 to 4 years to do your lucerne camp?
Well, what I tried to do, and this isn't, I don't want to talk too much now, is that we drilled in wheat in year 3. But the problem is to try to tame your lucerne, that you can get your crop going and still have the lucerne then once you've harvested your crop. So that's a challenge, because sometimes that lucerne, when you rip through and with your tine, with your knife points to place the wheat, you find that it's a stimulation for that lucerne. It goes wild. And that's an indication to me as well, as if you could do some sort of work to get the penetration and to stimulate it. We all know what happens to a camp, like Cobus has said, when you put the blanton through it and you put a deep tine through the camp. That lucerne, there's no end to it. It's like throwing a whole lot of fertilizer and water onto the camp. It stimulates it to grow. I don't know, Cobus, the
lucerne.
And the lucerne. And then you start battling to kill it. You really need to bomb it with everything in your toolbox to get it down. And this is the problem with establishing the wheat in year 3, for example, to get the ground, to get the penetration. When you come to year 4 of the lucerne, you've tamed it to such an extent to get the wheat crop up that you've damaged the lucerne too much. And that was the problem. That was the challenge that I had.